So if I ask you how do you visualize the past and future in space around you, I am sure that you will wave your hand ahead for showing the future and show backwards to show the past. That's how all Western people do. But that's only for Western people, it's true. If you move to Middle East, you will notice completely different, actually, the completely opposite picture. You probably noticed it if you studied Bible in Hebrew language, in original language, or if you studied Arabic language. In all Semitic languages, the words used for future and past are surprised for Western people. The word kadem in Hebrew or mukadem means ancient, but it also means in front, while the word aher in Hebrew and in Arabic words, it means past, it means virtually it means back, but it also means future or something last time. Actually, in Arabic language, the words al-zaman al-kadem means the time of the last events, which is eschatological teaching in Islam. So why is it so? First of all, let me ask, why is it so in your language? Why in European languages it is considered that future is ahead? That's because in the mindset, in the thought of Western people, probably mostly inherited from Greek and Romans, the timeline is envisioned as a road trip. You imagine yourself in a timeline traveling, and something is there ahead, and you arrive to there. And that's why in English you tell a week ahead. It's actually even reflected in the grammar of English language. And you tell back in 20th century because you passed it while traveling on the road. In the thought of people of Middle East, we don't travel time. The past, present, and future always exist. It always here, and it evolves over the time. That's probably a different topic and a topic for a different presentation of mine. But that also defines the attitude of the naming, because the future, can you see? Do you know what is in the future? No, it is hidden from your eyes because it is behind your back, future. And the past, what has already happened, you can see it. It is before your eyes. It is in front of you. That's why it is positioned this way in Middle Eastern language. And after I studied that, I was checking different other languages. I was surprised to see that Middle Eastern languages are not alone in this. The languages of Amhara in South America, of Native American people, have exactly the same picture. In Chinese language, actually, the future is also ahead. The future is also back and the past is ahead, but they also have a different perspective of vertical direction, where future is above and past is beneath. In Turkic languages, the words for future and for past are very much related to how it is in Semitic languages, and we tell önce, which means before, but it also means in front of. So taking all that into account, it looks that European languages are in minority comparing to different other cultures and other mindsets in the perception of time. What I was telling about the perception of time in Western mind being a road trip, it changes perspective of many things, including the perspective of generation. The view of the timeline is very similar in Western mind to the film with frames. If you remember all those old cinematographic films with multiple frames. And we envision in Western thought that past disappeared and we have only present frame right now. Then it shifts to past again. It disappears. It's not here anymore. And the next frame from the future moves to the present. It changes, and you have one frame at the time. While in Middle Eastern view. And the same you see in the Bible is that time is more like a tree. That's how I usually illustrate it. It's not like a film with frames, but it's like a tree which grows and evolves. And you have the fibers which are in small branches. These are the same fibers which are in the trunk and in the root. And the fibers continue growing. And what will be tomorrow, what is in the future, are new branches growing from the old ones, but it is the same fibers going through it. That is the perspective of time as something growing, and past does not disappear at all. When Middle Eastern person tells his name and tells the name of Ibn, if he speaks in Arabic, or Ben, if he speaks in Hebrew, giving the sequence of fathers and forefathers and all ancestors, that is the perception that all this line generation are in me. It's not just giving the sequence of who was before. It is emphasizing who I am. And there is much more to that. And if time will allow, next presentation, I will describe how is it connected to science and how it's connected to Bible.